Good day everyone and welcome to my Ground Speed YouTube channel. So my name is Stefan and in today's video I'll be covering the world's IBJJF Black Belt divisions. So without any further ado, let's get started. Rooster division, we have a Lucas Pinheiro who really amazed me. He did really great against like Talison Soares. So I really thought that Talison Soares will be the one who will take the win in that division. He was the favorite. So he's younger. He had a training camp at the AOJ with the Mendes brothers. Even for like Talison Soares hasn't really been active. To me, it was the favorite, but hey, how cool it is to see like Lucas Pinheiro winning that world title and retiring, right after the finals. So really, props to him. So he had an amazing performance in the finals against Talison Soares. So hopefully we'll be able to see him again. So you never know. Some people say they will retire and then come back like the day after, the week, so the next editions. So let's see what's going to happen, but really happy with Lucas Pinheiro. So he was able to maintain, top half guard position, so with an advantage. And I think so he could even like pass the guard. So he just decided to play it safe, so which is totally understandable. And can't really blame him, but really props to him. So coming to the light feather division, so we have the final between like Makin. So I don't really know how to pronounce his name, so I need to read it. Miram from the Fractures Jiu Jitsu and the Diego Batista. So Diego Batista was the one who took the win. So he was there, like in the last four, I would say, like in the so I have like Baby Shark, Miriam McKinney, and also like I said, I'm not really sure if I pronounce that right, and I truly apologize for that. And the Diego Batista. So Diego Batista lost at the Pan Ams. I knew he was going to be at least in the semi-final, but seeing him like winning this world title, it's still good. So he reached the final of the last ADCC last year, and was really happy to see him like winning that world title as a light featherweight division, and he had a war against like Meran from Fractures Jiu Jitsu. But really dominant like performance from him. And let's see, and that's really cool because he fights Gi and also no Gi. So probably gonna see him again in IBJJF events for the rest of the year. So let's see what's gonna happen. Featherweight division. So wow, the featherweight division. So I was expecting Isaac Dodelane to again win that division, and then I was wrong. But there's always a reasons. And also Samuel Ngai, who just scored his first like black belt world title at the featherweight division, and he submitted Isaac, by armbar. It was crazy. Isaac didn't want to tap, totally understandable. So you try to, I want to say like you have much ego, but you really try your very best to resist. And but Samuel Ngai, so he has some crazy submission skills, and really happy for him submitting Isaac by armbar and winning again the Diego Sodre from Nova União in the finals. So that's the second year in a row that Diego Sodre has reached the finals. He is the kind of guy who deserves to win a world title, especially for his team. So there are not so many, and I really like those guys coming from, I would say, smaller teams. So smaller teams in terms of numbers. There is like guys who also reached the final twice and didn't like make it to the first place. So I was referring to Leonardo Zagueiro, who reached the final twice in the featherweight division. We also have like Marcio Andre still in the featherweight division. Those guys. I have another one who reached like twice the finals but did not win. So hey, those guys really props to them because coming from teams like smaller in terms of numbers, so it's amazing. So all those guys, I really hope they will win the world title because for me they deserve it. So yeah, in any cases, props to Samuel Ngai from Checkmat. So really amazing to watch with amazing like submission skills, and no, he made it. So hopefully we'll see him again next year. Moving to the lightweight division, hey, Megaton, Professor Megaton at the age of 55, fighting the world's adult divisions. He had his coral black belt. So they said that's the very first time. He's the very first competitor, like in the world's competing with the coral belt against like younger guys. So he lost the first round, and I heard he announced that he was retiring. So all the best for Professor Megaton, who I believe will still be fighting Masters division. But no, so cool. So he has over like 20 participation for the world's adult black belt. So he has the highest record, and I don't think anyone will beat that record anytime soon. So really, it's really cool to see him again on the mats against guys who I believe could be his grandchildren. Yeah, so we got like people in their early 20s. He's fighting Professor Megaton. Hopefully we see him again. So if it's not at the world's adult, in the IBJJF event. So that's what I'm looking forward. Still in a lightweight division, a crazy first round between Levi Jones and also Matheus Gabriel from Checkmat. So it was a tough fight. It was a really tough fight. It's too bad this fight happened, in the first round. So Matheus took the win. Matheus advanced in the second round, but he had an injury, and in the was that the quarterfinal? He had to stop. So it's a shame because Matheus Gabriel is the same pretty much as Samuel Ngai. So both guys from Checkmat who are really good and crazy submission skills. So hopefully Matheus Gabriel will recover and we'll see him again next year or for the rest of the year. So we never know. Lightweight division. So Jonathan Alves, he's the one. He has won his very first black belt title. Remember last year? So he faced Tyrutolo in the semi-final, and he got penalized, which awarded Tyrutolo with a 2 points. So this time, he was on fire, and his quarterfinal against Leonardo Zagueiro, who actually won 2 fights in that division. That's amazing because he usually competes in the featherweight division and decided for the worst to fight at light. So Jonathan Alves against Leonardo Zagueiro was really good fight. So hey, really props to Jonathan Alves to stay on the top in a half guard, because that's pretty much like Zagueiro's game. And really, Jonathan did really good. So he won his first major world title. I believe there is more to come for him. So he's still young. And so really good performance from the AOJ competitors this weekend. Really good. So really impressive actually. Middleweight division. So for the male adult black belt. So hey, we're all expecting Tenon against Tyrutolo in the final. But what a surprise. So really happy. Checkmat again did really great. So we have Jansen Gomes. So he actually beat Tyrutolo in the semi-final, and he dominated Tenon in the final, and the whole stadium was just on fire. Really, he got all the Checkmat guys were all on their feet just screaming. He was really cool, really happy from Jansen Gomes. So we were all expecting Tenon against Ty, but hey, so I really love that kind of surprise, and he did really good. Almost took the back of Tenon. So wow, Tenon had a really good recovery. He had him back in half guard, but hey, that was it is still hard to see Tenon in those bad positions, because he's the one who actually I would say has the dominant performance, the dominates you from A to Z. He had a 60 win strike record for IBJJF black belt competitions right now. So he just had his first loss. So let's see how he will recover from that and how he will perform for her next competition. But hey, no doubt this guy is still in his early 20s, and got so many years to compete it. So let's see. But really happy for Jansen in the middleweight division. So medium heavy. So two guys from Atoll. So one of the most like impressive performance was Andy Muraski. So this guy, I don't know what this guy had from breakfast, but technically he can fight at light, middle, medium heavy. I believe that's the very first. No, might be wrong, but competing in the medium heavy. So and he's kind of like small guy. So I saw how, big Gustavo Batista was, compared to him, and Angie Muraski did really good. Really, he was getting like really dominated by the what's guy again? The Alliance guy. So the Alliance guy was like 10-0, up in points, and out of nowhere, so Muraski he just went for a submissions, a crazy comeback with a submission. Hey, that's really cool. That's the second time actually that Angie Muraski reached the final, because he lost to in the middleweight division against Tannen last year. So really props to him for jumping up to another like a upper weight division. Really, Angie Muraski Inugi also deserves to win a world title. Hopefully that will happen. But yeah, so he had to face a teammate in the final, so there's no closeout this time since last year, so which is really cool. But let's see how we go if he happens to fight in his, I would say, regular weight division. Okay, so now moving to the heavyweight division. So hey, Felipe Andrew eventually, won a final. So hey, it was cool. So he did win a world title in 2021, but I believe that's because Merigali got disqualified. But no, so Felipe Andrew had an amazing performance. So really confirmed his number one rank in the IBJJF as a black belt, a male adult. And so I believe this guy will still be active on the IBJJF scene. But it's really cool to see him like winning a final of a world championship, and so emotional at the end. So he cried, and I could tell. So it was a relief for him. He was so happy to accomplish that. So props to him, and he's still gonna be active, I believe, on the IBJJF scene. So moving to the super heavy division. So super heavy. Hold on a second. I can't even remember. So I knew that we have Eric. So Eric Menes, so again won, the world title. So he was able to dominate Kanan. So hey, Kanan Duarte from Atos, did not win this year a world title. It happens, we're still gonna see him more for the upcoming editions. But no, Eric Menes, did really good. Now representing Fractures Jiu Jitsu. So I believe he's got like more world title to win. So hey, he still is at least on the podium for every major like tournament he competes in. So super heavy, really challenging. I believe this is the first time that Kenan Duarte, jumped to the at that weight division, if I'm not wrong. So, but hey, Eric did really good, and hopefully see him again like the next year. I believe we will. Ultra heavy and also up in weight, world champion Victor Hugo, really top performance. He also bet like Kenan Duarte in a weight division, and in the open class, and also dominant performance from Victor Hugo. He's actually also one of the standouts for this weekend competition, and winning by knee bar in the final of the open class against Eric Menes. It was amazing. So wasn't expecting that. He also had a really good like high submission rate during that tournament. So Victor Hugo really impressed me. Double gold. He apparently accepted the Nicholas Merigali challenge. So let's see which organization will host that fight. I believe like who is number one, who will be the most like appropriate organizations, or the one who will host that event. So let's see what's gonna happen. But Victor Hugo, top performance. Really happy for the Celro the Riberos brothers, and also for Rafael Lovedo Jr. So that was so cool to see him winning double gold. Still young, and I like those guys say, hey, so I started like 12 years ago out of nowhere. I didn't know if I was gonna keep on training, and seeing them winning like several world title, amazing. So I had a blast last weekend. So how about you guys? So those were the black belt, male adult division. So I will do another video about the ladies also, because yeah, try to keep things separated, just to make sure I can cover like the most important thing. But yeah, again, so amazing IBJJF events we had last weekend. Hope you guys did enjoy the show as much as I did, and thanks again. Thanks again for watching the video. I see you guys at the next one. Okay, bye bye.